Welcome to Diesel TV. This week on Diesel TV, we travel down to the Texas MotorPlex for the NHRDA World Finals.
Hello and welcome to Diesel TV. I'm Randy Cole.
And I'm JJ.
We're here at the Texas MotorPlex for the NHRDA World Finals. JJ, the weather's been rolling in. I know you've been checking the radar.
Right now, we're looking good, Randy, but I don't know how long it's going to last. We've got till 5 o'clock. We've got to get this race done.
And you know what the locals say, if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes.
Because it's going to change.
I've got my fingers crossed. The weather's going to be beautiful all day and we're going to get this thing done. Man, it sure has been a record-breaking year here at the NHRDA. Kicked it off in Phoenix, Arizona, moved right up to Virginia. Jared Jones and the Shy Dragster broke the 200-mile-an-hour barrier and set a new top diesel record.
And we moved on to Indianapolis. Rob Cotton, 981 in Super Street, set the world on fire after we left Indy.
That thing's awesome. 6,000 pounds, has a parachute on it. From there all the way up to Edmonton, Alberta, where it was a Super Street shootout. 3 new national records. Tori Spooner, Idaho Rob Cottons again comes out the victor, 981 to reset that national record and raise the bar.
I'm not very nervous. There's a lot of fast trucks, so it'll be a great event. I just want the championship first, and then I'll move up and try to get the world and maybe even another record.
We're here at the World Finals. It's only the top 16 in each category. It's time to put up or shut up.
That is it. I'm telling you what, early at the drivers meeting, I saw Ken Flory out there chasing down Verlin Southwick. He's trying to get that national championship and his first world title.
Rob Cotton, all the way from Idaho. He's already set a couple world records this year. Can he pull it off for the world championship?
That's it. He's got the biggest bullseye on his back I've ever seen. Everybody's gunning for Rob. But the story of the day right now, Marty Thacker, the Hypermax Dragster, has vowed that he came to Texas to set a new national record and come home with a world championship, and telling Dan Scheid, you better go put a tune-up on that thing next year. Who wants to be the next world champion? Hey! So with over 20 grand in prize money, you guys don't go away. When we come back, we're gonna get down trackside and talk to some of the drivers.
Power. The dictionary says it's the change in energy over a period of time. We'll make it easy for you. Power is MBRP. MBRP. For enthusiasts, by enthusiasts.
We're back at the NHRDA World Finals here at the Texas MotorPlex.
Let's go catch up with Michaela down in the pits because she's got some of the drivers.
I'm here with Phil the Thrill Taylor, part of the Georgia Diesel Mafia. Phil, I hear they call you the Hitman.
Yes, they do, and we are here at World Finals this weekend to try and complete the Triple Crown of Diesel Motorsports. We won Scheid, TS, and we're here to take the World Championship home back to McDonough, Georgia.
JJ, that's a pretty big prediction from Phil the Thrill Taylor.
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of competition out there. It's Georgia Mafia plus Seth Sullivan.
I'm here with Steve Royalty. Steve, last time we saw you here, you actually won back in April. How you feeling?
We're feeling good. Last April, we just got out with a fresh clutch setup. We've been battling the clutch and getting the clutch, then we're battling the drive line, so I think it's going to be right this weekend.
John, your season started out with a bang. You took Phoenix, you took Texas, you wrapped up the national points, and here we are in your home state.
Yeah, we actually didn't know we had the national championship wrapped up until we got here today, so that's a plus.
JJ, John sure is on a roll, coming off those wins in Phoenix and Texas, but he's going to have his work cut out for him here today.
Absolutely, Randy. He has 2 of the baddest dragsters in the country in Jeff Dean and Marty Thacker for his competition in the World Championships.
That is. And not only drag racing today, let's not forget we've got the show and shine competition going on. The dyno contest is going on at the end of the grandstands. Plus, we're raising money for the Shriners Children's Hospital. We're going to give away an autographed Tracy Lawrence guitar.
Let's get back to drag racing. Let's review some of our classes we got here this weekend.
Sounds good. We start off with our sportsman category brought to you by BD Power. This is classic bracket racing. you'll actually see each driver has a dial time, and they'll leave at individual times, and in a perfect world, they'll cross the finish line at the same time. The closer you run to the dial and the better reaction is going to put you into the next round.
Stepping up into the H&S Super Diesel category, 1190 index. This is an index class, so guess what, boys? You got to run 1190 or better, because if you go quicker than that, you're out.
I tell you, in the last couple of races, all these races have been won or lost at the tree. The action heats up as we head into the Super Street category, brought to you by Edge Products. This is a great category. Must be 6,000 pounds, have to have DOT tires. These things are street legal. They go 9 seconds at over 150 miles an hour.
And we have 3 current national record holders on property for the World Finals. Next on the schedule, we've got the PPE Pro Street category. This is my favorite class. It's one of the most competitive categories in NHRDA. You have 4,500 pound trucks that look like trucks, but they are highly modified, running all the way into the low 9s.
JJ, Pro Street may be your favorite category, but we're moving into my favorite, Pro Stock, brought to you by G&J Diesel. These are full tube chassis trucks. They've got fiberglass or Kevlar bodies, making over 1,000 horsepower and thundering down the track in 7 seconds or quicker.
And last but not least, we have the Liquid MPG Top Diesel category. The only rules here are safety rules. That's all that matters. You pretty much put whatever you want in any type of vehicle. As long as it's got a diesel engine, you can run Top Diesel.
Top Diesel is definitely going to be a great category, but you know what? Enough talking. Let's go to commercial, and when we come back, let's get straight to qualifying action.
If high-powered diesel trucks are your passion, or you're a backyard mechanic looking for the best quality replacement parts for your diesel engine, Industrial Injection is the source you've been looking for. Our specialists are trained and certified to deliver the best quality installation in our state-of-the-art facility. At Industrial Injection, we know diesel. Want to improve fuel economy and horsepower? Industrial Injection is your source for custom nozzles, turbochargers, and fuel injectors. For more information, log on to iidiesel.com or give us a call at 800-955-0476.
Welcome back to Diesel TV.
Let's go see some highlights and find out who our #1 qualifiers are. In the BD Sportsman category, a ton of trucks out there, JJ. They're all cutting good lights, but bottom line, Ryan DuBois, all the way from Idaho, went 0-0-1 on the reaction time to be your #1 qualifier.
Moving on to our Super Diesel category, sponsored by H&S. You have #1 in the points in Berlin Southlake, and #2 Ken Fleury. But bottom line, William Ellington. He's got the #1 spot with an 1190 with a 6 in Super Diesel.
JJ, the action is heating up as we move into the Super Street category, brought to you by Edge Products. Man, we've got the national record holder, Idaho Rob Cotton, sitting back there. We got the former record holder, Sean the Redneck Ellerton. But bottom line, Ben Shady, finishing up his licensing requirements, went 997 at 138 to be our #1 qualifier in the Super Street category.
Jumping into my favorite category, the PPE Pro Street category, we've got Darren Morrison, the Georgia Mafia. Man, we had lots of carnage today, didn't we?
Oh, we sure did. It was a pair of Georgia trucks, and I guarantee you it was all about pride. But man, 60 foot out, his truck went boom. We were trying to get a camera down there to take a look at it.
Oh yeah, there you can see oil, you can see everything coming out of that engine. That is not looking good.
I thought it was a tranny at first, but now that camera's showing chunks. Those are pistons. That's definitely, I bet there's a big old window on the side of that block right now, and Darren is not happy. The godfather of Georgia Mafia is out of this race.
We think the crank let go. We was making a little bit too much horsepower, I guess.
And now we've got Seth Sullivan. Look at this run. He's rolling up. He's going to lay down a world record number of 156 miles an hour as he sets a new national record here at the World Finals.
Moving into my favorite category now, the Pro Stock category, brought to you by G&J Diesel. A lot of guys out there trying to adjust clutches, trying to figure out what boost to go. The Dirty Max is having some issues. I know the First Coast Diesel guys, they're turning the nitrous up higher. Bottom line, the Warren County Diesel right now, Steve Royalty, #1 qualifier at a 915 at a 142, and I guarantee there's more left in that truck, and you're going to see the other guys step it up too as we go into eliminations.
That's a good one.
Going into the Liquid MPG Top Diesel category for qualifying. We've got great racers, 3 racers here on property.
Unbelievable, guys. I can't wait to see these guys. They're going to tear this up and lay some numbers down. First up, we're going to have Jeff Dean in the left-hand lane. He's going to come up against John Robinson in that diesel-powered funny car.
Wow, you can see all the smoke coming out of Robinson. He's getting close to the center line, but keeps into the lane.
Jeff Dean's out front and driving away.
781 to an 813.
That's right now going to set him in the #1 qualifying position. We still got Marty Thacker coming up though in the next round. So let's see what Marty Thacker can put down here next.
You can see Marty Thacker starting to bring up the boost on that diesel-powered dragster.
That's got a DT 466 with 3 turbos. That thing weighs 3,500 pounds. So this is just a monstrosity of a vehicle. I know they're gunning right now. They want to take out Dan Scheid. Dan Scheid holds the record at just over 200 miles an hour. I talked to the owner, the Team Hypermax owner. He said they're not going to set this thing on kill, but they definitely want to come out and definitely run at least a 7.0 or quicker to see how the track can handle it. Let's see how Marty's going to attack this track. Here comes the boost.
Wow, look at the tire shake.
It left good. It went in a tire shake. Looked like he short shifted it. It comes out the back door.
669. Wow, another national record.
There it is. Dan Scheid's national record just got broke. Team Hypermax is going to be happy there. Let's get down and see if we can get something with Marty Thacker. #1 qualifier in the top diesel category. You're going to have to buy this first round. We going to come out, lean on it, and get that record back right up, or are we just going to save her for the finals?
Yeah, we're thinking we want to go after the record here and then maybe lower it a little bit more.
All right, JJ, I don't know about you, but man, qualifying, if that's anything that's going to happen in elimination rounds, 2 national records already, carnage all over the place. We're going to let these teams get these things ready to go. We're going to go a short commercial break. We'll be right back to the NHRDA World Finals, and we'll head in the elimination rounds.
Air Dog, the world's premier fuel air separation and filtration system for diesel engines, presents an Air Dog 2 fuel system. If you're tired of failing lift pumps on your diesel that can't keep up with your demands, check out the Air Dog 2. It will increase horsepower, torque, and fuel mileage, all while extending the life of your injection system. Also, check out our Diesel RX HD series for your semi. See them online at pureflowairdog.com/TV or dieselrxproducts.com/TV.
Welcome back to Diesel TV at the NHRDA World Finals. JJ, while we were gone to commercial break, the Sportsman and Super Diesel categories went into their first round of eliminations. Let's go take some highlights right now of the BD Sportsman category. Our first pair up in the industrial injection lane is Doug Behrens. He'll be matched up against Matt Cambier in the MBRP lane.
Behrens with a better reaction time than Cambier. He runs closer to his island, 1304 on the 1305.
Now we got the local boy, Larry Brown, in the industrial injection lane. He'll be up against George Papard in the MBRP lane.
Brown, 1255 dialers, Papard, 1395. It is George Papard with a 1396 to into the semifinals.
Then we're going to have Dean Sheldon pulling up next in the industrial injection lane against Ryan Dubois in the MBRP lane.
Dubois, your #1 qualifier with a 001 reaction time in qualifying, goes red here in first round. And Dean Sheldon, he is going into the semifinals.
First round of eliminations here in Super Diesel.
Yeah.
How we feeling?
Nervous.
How's the truck doing qualifying?
A little bit slow, but we know how to work that out.
Well, there you go, JJ. Straight from Berlin, Southwick, the national points leader right now. He's in the industrial injection lane up against Hal Schaefer in the MBRP lane.
Southwick, 12 flat dialing. The Schaefer's 1489. Southwick with the better reaction time, and he will take the win, and he moves into the semifinals, and that concludes all the quarterfinal rounds.
All right, we'll move now into the H&S Super Diesel category. Let's go see the highlights from first round of eliminations. 1190 Index heads up racing. We're going to have Joe Duke Skeleton in the industrial injection lane against William Ellington in the MBRP lane.
Skeleton with the 1190 as we are in the Index category. He has the better reaction time, but it is William Ellington picking up the round victory as he moves into the semifinals here at the World Finals.
All right, next up we're going to have Ken Flory chasing after that national championship in the industrial injection lane against Ryan Milliken in the MBRP lane.
Milliken with the better reaction time, and he is going to march into the next round as he takes down Ken Flory.
All right, our next pair up, JJ, is going to be Lynn Ross in the industrial injection lane up against Dave Bulwar all the way from Idaho in the MBRP lane.
Bulwar with a great reaction time, and he is going to make it into the next round as he goes 12:22 on the 1190.
And our final pair, Doug Brerens in the industrial injection lane in the Rat Rod will be up against Chris Perales in the MBRP lane.
Brerens tattoos the tree with an 089. Perales can't catch him, and Doug Brerens will round out your semifinals.
All right, we're moving into our pro categories now. Next up is Super Street category, brought to you by Edge Products.
Okay, in the industrial injection lane, you got Ben Shady.
In the right lane, the MBRP lane, I've got Pat Liskey from Big Twin Diesels. Pair of Duramaxes here, both capable of going in the 9s. We saw Ben earlier, he was trying to get his licensing. He does not have that right now, so he's got to really watch out what he's going to run. As you can see, as they clean up, that means that turbo's lit. They're starting to burn all the fuel. Oh, a wheel hop and a jump out of the left-hand lane. Out the door he goes with a 983. And here comes the champ, Idaho Rob Cottons in the MBRP lane.
And in the industrial lane, Scott O'Hagan from just down the road in College Station.
Wonder how Scott feels coming up against the 2011 world champion and national record holder. A little bit of nervousness, do you think, there in the left-hand lane there, JJ?
Absolutely. I mean, he's got to be, palms are sweating as he's holding onto that steering wheel as he's pulling into the lights. He's looking over going, what do I got to do to win this?
And this is just another day in the office for Rob Cottons. Rob starts to spool that thing up, comes in quick, lights both bulbs. Here comes Scott. Good reactions by both. Rob Cottons already out front. A little move in the left-hand lane by Scott. Rob Cottons is going to drive away with this thing, looking over his shoulder. He goes 1050 at 109. He let out of the throttle because that thing usually would have been going about 120 miles an hour. Idaho Rob Cotton moves on to the next round. Jim Jones is pulling up in the MBRP lane.
And David Vento out of Edna in his 05 Dodge in the industrial injection lane.
So if you get a look at that right-hand lane, look at his right-hand headlight. It is taken out. That is where he's got air induced into the turbocharger. So the faster he goes, he gets pushed right in through that tube into the turbocharger.
Another cool thing is we've got Dodge versus Chevy, Cummins versus Duramax.
That is it. Jim Jones dead late on the light. Looks like it's cleaned up now. He's starting to make a run at it. Half track.
He's already got it. Is he going to take him to the finish line? He's done.
At the finish line, drives around him, 10-14, 140 miles an hour. And our final pair in the Super Street category, I've got Tyler the Kid Montgomery out of Pampa, Texas in the MBRP lane.
And in the industrial injection lane, Roger Smith all the way from Elk Point, Alberta in his 2008 Ford.
All right, Roger Smith, one of the only Fords in the Super Street category, is into the lights first. Here comes the kid, double bulbs him. Roger's in. Tyler dead late at the tree. Roger's already out front. Half track, the kid's trying to make a move. Roger out the back door, takes the win, 10-19, 133 miles an hour.
More Diesel TV action when we return.
Power. The dictionary says it's the change in energy over a period of time. We'll make it easy for you. Power is MBRP. MBRP. For enthusiasts, by enthusiasts.
Okay, here we go, moving in the Pro Street category, brought to you by PPE. We've already set a national record with Seth Sullivan. He's the first pair up we're gonna see here. Hopefully he can back this thing up. There's Sam Smith. He's gonna be pulling up in the MBRP lane.
You got Seth Sullivan already in the industrial injection lane. This is Seth Sullivan versus the Georgia Diesel Mafia.
That is it. No love lost here. These guys are good friends, but when they pull up into these lights, friendship is off for 1,320 feet.
Seth Sullivan, he's moving forward as he's inching his way into the beams.
Sam's starting to build boost over in the MBRP lane.
Sullivan he's looking for anything between about 154 to 157 miles an hour as he's trying to back up that world record set earlier today.
Good launches from both trucks. Smoke in the air, steaming to the end. Seth Sullivan out the back door, 155 miles an hour, sets a new national record for the NHRDA Pro Street category.
In our next pair, you got Peyton Hughey driving the H&S Performance Dodge.
I got Phil the Thrill Taylor pulling up in the MBRP lane. Part of that Georgia Mafia again. They call him the Hitman right there. He's already won 2 major events. He wants to be NHRDA World Champion is the next thing on his sights. Hughey pulls into the water box, usually doesn't do a burnout. This is a little weird for Peyton.
Let's see if it'll help his performance on the track.
He's already got his first light on. Here comes Phil. Great launch by the H&S truck. Out the back door, 948, 143 miles an hour. That truck just was on a roll. Our next pair up, I got Donovan Harris, 2010 Pro Street World Champion, all the way down from Red Deer, Alberta.
I got Jacob Snowden, all the way from Cypress, Texas.
Donovan Harris coming out of his personal best. He went 9:12 up in Mission, BC. He's hoping to break in the 8s this weekend at the World Finals. Good reaction time by both trucks. Donovan Harris is already out front. Goes out the back door, 10:03 at 135, way off his mark. I wonder if he was out front enough and he got out of the throttle there, JJ.
I don't know, probably trying to save some parts because we are only in the quarterfinals. In our final pair, I got Philip Palmer in the industrial injection lane. He's the defending event champion and defending world champion and former national record holder.
That has a bunch of titles, but over in my lane, I've got Sean Proctor from Georgia. Both these guys are from Georgia. No love lost here. He's got that thing spooled up, doing a burnout. Guaranteed in his mind right now, can I take out the world champion? Can I take out the former national record holder? Bottom line, I just need to beat this guy to move on to the next round. Palmer spooling up. Here comes Proctor. Palmer's in, double bulbed. Good reaction times, a hop and a skip from the left-hand lane. Philip Palmer turning on the heat. Out the back door, 922 at 150 miles an hour. So it doesn't set the record, but I guaranteed crew chief right there, Robert's going to go back to the thing, look at the data, and make changes for the next round.
We're rolling to our next category, the G&J Diesel Pro Stock category, and the first one up is the G&J Diesel MBRP Dirty Max team.
That's it. I got Kevin Douglas in the MBRP lane from Calgary, Alberta, in that beautiful 67 Chevy truck. Crew chiefs are pulling them up.
Turbos start to get spooled.
Kevin Douglas is in the lights first.
Pliska, he's pulling in that Dirty Max team.
Dirty Max a little sideways out of the lights.
Way out front, takes the win, moves into the next round with an 888.
Wow, 888 for the Dirty Max. That is a good run.
Next pair up, Aaron Schaff, all the way from Rimbley, Alberta, in the industrial injection lane.
I got Adam Horrath in the MBRP lane, all the way out from Florida.
You know what? Florida, Alberta, literally in the middle of the country. Here it is. It's Texas. That's where you meet in the middle.
That is. That's what makes it great about the World Finals. All right, in the lights they go. Adam is first. Here comes Aaron. Adam's out of the lights and away. Troubles for Aaron. Adam's on a Sunday drive here. He's probably looking over his shoulder, not sure where he's at, goes out the back door, takes the win, and moves on to the semifinals. All right, JJ, it's time for Top Diesel, brought to you by Liquid MPG. All right, I got John Robinson pulling up in the MBRP lane.
Jeff Dean in the industrial injection lane, that Power Flow dragster. He starts to burn out lots of smoke, clean diesel, all the way across the starting line.
Boy, I don't know if you caught that. The funny car did not do a good burnout. Usually John can light those tires. Not sure if something's wrong with that motor or not. Usually he'll get them lit and do a good 200-300 foot burnout. Lights are down. Jeff Dean already out front. John Robinson's got to make up some time. Oh, he's into the cones. He wheels it back across the center. Jeff Dean goes out the back door, takes the win at 781. It left hard. It looked like you were on a good path. What happened?
Yeah, we leaned on it. This motor has 35 passes on it. We were pretty tickled with it. And it's at the end of the year, and we threw a haymaker at it, and it bit us.
Well, guys, that was some great action here in the first round of eliminations. We got Seth Sullivan setting a new record. John Robinson oiled down the track, took a break. But JJ, I just looked at the radar. We've got some weather moving in. Hopefully we're going to get this thing done. So when we come back from commercial break, we're going to move right into semifinal action at the NHRDA World Finals.
From the street to the track, XDP is your true one-stop shop for diesel power and performance. You can count on XDP from the sale through the installation process to provide award-winning customer service and technical assistance. We stock what we sell, offering you the best price and fastest shipping times in the industry. Visit us online at xdp.com and see for yourself why XDP is the nation's largest diesel performance parts retailer.
Michael, man, that first round was strong. You're going into the semifinals. How you feeling?
Feeling good. The truck's running strong. I think we got enough for just about anybody here. Whatever they bring, I think we got enough for it.
Well, it sounds like Team Dirty Max has it figured out, but let's get back to the action. All right, we're moving into the semifinals, the sportsman category, brought to you by BD Power. Rolling up to the water box, I got George Pepard in the MBRP lane out of Florida.
Matt Cambier, he's running in the industrial injection lane with a 1305 dial.
George is dialed at 1394.
Here it comes. Here's Pepard. He pulls in. Lights come down. Staggered start for bracket racing. Red light for Cambier. He's out of the World Finals and is going home.
You're on your way to repeating here, Dean.
We'll see what happens. I got the tough guy Verlin now, and we'll see what happens. All I got to do is hit my lights.
Yeah, Verlin right over there.
Always great to see a little bit of trash talking between the competitors, because Dean Sheldon, he's going to be rolling up into the industrial injection lane.
And don't be fooled, Dean is a great racer, but sitting in the MBRP lane is the world champion Verlin Southwick.
Dean's got his hands full here. He's going to have to be deadly on the tree. Oh, just a little bit too much as he goes red and throws away his world championship hopes away.
All right, JJ, I just looked at the weather again. Things are starting to look worse. We're okay right now, but we need to speed up this race and get these things done. So we're going to move right into the H&S Super Diesel category. And William Ellington's pulling into the MBRP lane.
Ryan Milliken in the industrial injection lane, sponsored out of Suncoast Performance.
These guys have both been running right on that 1190 index. It's going to come down who can cut a better reaction time.
Here comes the tree.
Milliken with the better reaction time out front slightly. Drives out the end 1195 at 104 to move into the finals. Like I said, JJ, we got to keep this pace going. Our next pair up, I've got Dave Bulwar in the MBRP lane.
Doug Brenner's still in that 39 Chevy, still knocking them down as he's in the semifinals of Super Diesel.
That is it. Again, I can't say I just love that rat rod. That thing is so cool.
Wow, they both go deep to help the reaction time.
Doug Burns out front, half track side by side. Dave Bulwar takes it by inches, 1191 at 103 and moves into the finals.
And now we move into the Edge Products Super Street category. You got Ben Shady and Rob Cottons taking on each other, and Roger Smith going to take on Jim Jones.
Our first pair up, I got the #1 qualifier against the world champion in the MBRP lane, Idaho Rob Cottons.
And in the industrial injection lane, Ben Shady, the #1 qualifier. He's looking for that world title. He's got it in his sights.
That is it. Rob hasn't been running on his mark. I don't know if he's been playing games with guys or stuff, but he's been running around that 10-second mark, and that truck is capable of going 930s.
Shady already pulls in and double bulbs him. Now Rob rolls right on in. Lights come down.
Ben's already out front at half track. Oh, 973. But unfortunately, he is going to be disqualified because he did not have his NHRA license, which he was trying to do earlier. Let's get down and see if we can catch up with one of the competitors.
We dodged that bullet, that's for sure. I feel badly for the guy, but you know, the rules are the rules.
Jim Jones from Texas rolling up in the MBRP lane.
And in the industrial injection lane, we got Roger Smith. He's looking for that final round appearance after his big explosion in hurting parts up in Edmonton just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I was there. That thing blew up. They had to put it on a flatbed to get it off the track. Look at the nitrous bottles there sitting in Jim Jones, turned on and ready to go. Jim Jones is in. Flicker bulb on Roger. Lights come down. Roger has a better reaction time. Problems for Jones. Roger Smith moves on to the finals. That 38-hour drive from Alberta is now worth the time. All right, moving into Pro Street action, brought to you by PP&E. Let's take a look at the ladder. We've got Philip Palmer against Donovan Harris and Seth Sullivan against Peyton Hughey.
You're up against the 2011 World Champion. You were 2010 World Champion. We kinda got a battle of the champions going on. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. We're throwing everything at her here just to see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be, we've never raced Stucky racing before, so it's gonna be a pretty cool race.
Donovan said he's turning all guns on. It's a 2010 and 2011 World Champion coming at you.
Our first pair up is going to be Philip Palmer in the industrial injection lane.
And Donovan Harris in the MBRP lane. You're looking at two world champions. 2010 world champion against 2011 world champion. He'll be the first ever two-time world champion if he can get past Donovan Harris here. Donovan's in. Team Green's in. The lights are down. Wheel stand by Harris there. Awesome. Philip Palmer, though, putting the power to the track. Takes the win and moves into the finals.
And look at that, another national record set. He's got 9.11. He even goes even lower than Seth Sullivan.
That is it. 9.11 sets the record, but he's going to have to back it up in the finals for it to be official.
Seth Sullivan rolls up in our final pair in the industrial injection lane.
And here comes Peyton Hughey driving the H&S Pro Street truck in the MBRP lane.
Sullivan, he's got to back this record up. He's only got a couple more rounds to go, but he needs to back the record up so he can be the baddest man on the planet in Pro Street.
Peyton Hughey just ran his personal best last round of a 9:48. Guaranteed Peyton's not going to lay down on this one. He's going to give Seth the run for his money. Seth's just sitting up there waiting, saying, bring it on.
As you can see, they start to spool him up. They're starting to roll into the lights. They got him staged. Here comes the tree. Wow, look at Seth Sullivan way behind. Peyton Hughey's going to go right on down the strip and goes 9:20. Another personal best.
9:20 out of Team H&S. Just got word from the end of the track. There's a problem with the H&S truck. Gets pulled over. He turns it, man. There's nothing there. That thing is dead. They're going to have to get this thing towed back and see if they can get this thing fixed to get into the finals. Okay, it's time, guys. We're moving right into the G&J Diesel Pro Stock category. Let's take up the ladders and see the matchups. We're going to have Steve Royalty against Adam Horvath, and Michael Pliska is going to get the bye into the finals. I've got Adam Horvath with the First Coast Diesel in the MBRP lane.
And Steve Royalty in the industrial injection lane. Wow, this is a long staging duel. Neither one wants to pull in the lights. You can see the starter. He's walking out there going, come on, boys.
Little puff out of Royalty. Looks like he's getting ready to come in. Adam trees him. Problems from Royalty. That thing just laid over. Looks like Adam's going to drive away with this.
Where's Royalty? Oh, here comes Royalty.
Out of nowhere, drives past him to take the win at 980. Holy Toledo. Congratulations to Steve Royalty and Warren County Diesel moving into the finals. Well, JJ, that was a crazy semifinal round. And the story of the day right now, Peyton Hughey's got a seized motor, is towed back to the pits. The crew is thrashing on the thing, trying to get it restarted. But more importantly, the weather's rolling in. I don't even know if we're going to get finals in. So don't go away. When we come back, we're going straight to final round action at the Texas MotorPlex.
Gas additives don't have cetane boost, but Diesel Clean does, and that's important because cetane gives you more power, and you'll get better MPG, up to 8%. Remember, silver for summer.
Welcome back to Diesel TV. We're here at the NHRDA World Finals in Ennis, Texas. Weather's rolling in, so let's get straight to the races. Final round action in the BD Sportsman category. I've got George Papard in the MBRP lane, dialed in at a 1394.
Berlin Southwick running in the industrial injection lane. He put 1250 on his GMC.
Berlin's already tied up the national championship, so he's trying to double down right here to be the national champion and win today and be the first world champion to win both. Great reaction time by Berlin Southwick. He's already making a charge, passes him. Berlin, your new world champion, going 1260 on a 1250 dial. Congratulations, Berlin Southwick and Team Edge. All right, guys, we were just getting back to the action and the rain came down on us. So we're in a short rain delay while the MotorPlex gets us cleaned up. JJ, I know we were back down there talking to Team H&S. That motor is seized. They're doing everything they can to get this thing fired up. But if they don't get it fired up, man, Philip Palmer's going to win by default.
Palmer's really licking his chops right now. He's got one leg up on the record. He wants the world record and the world title right here at the MotorPlex.
And imagine if he gets a bye, he's going to put that thing on kill mode because all he has to do is get it down the track. So let's go down trackside and check on the conditions.
Yeah, we're getting it done pretty quick today. We've got these squeegee machines out here. They're doing a good job for us. Usually takes about a good hour and a half to clean up a track like this, but now we're about ready to rock and roll here in about 10-15 minutes, I'd imagine.
Track's ready, prepped, and ready to go. Here we go, H&S Super Diesel final round.
All right, it's going to be Ryan Milliken against Dave Bolwar.
Bolwar, he's going to be running in the MBRP lane.
And I got Ryan Milliken in the industrial injection lane. Again, 1190 index, heads up racing, but you cannot go faster than 1190.
Both of these drivers looking for their first ever world title. And it's all on the line right now.
Bolwar with a better reaction time. Half track, they look side by side. Bolwar drives by at 1195. Holy Toledo, better reaction time. Look at that. Milliken almost hit the wall. Did you see that, JJ?
He was on the brakes hard. He did not want to break out, but he puts them so hard, he goes sideways past the finish line.
Man, JJ, that was some crazy action in the Super Diesel Finals, but it's time now to move into the Super Street Finals, brought to you by Edge Products. We've got world champion Idaho Rob Cottons in the MBRP lane.
And Roger Smith out of Elk Point, Alberta, he's in the industrial injection lane.
You guys can see how dark it is. The clouds have rolled in on us. They come into the lights. Roger Smith, good reaction times, already out front. The world champion could be in trouble here. Roger Smith goes out the back end, 10:19, 1:33. Congratulations, Roger Smith, new world champion in the Super Street category.
Dirty Mac's been running good all day. We're going to have it come together, make it happen. So that's what we're here to do.
Well, I think we're going to win.
Take a shot at the tree, you got enough horsepower just to drive around him no matter what?
Well, I'm going to always take a shot at the tree.
Steve Royalty is going to be pulling up in the MBRP lane. I've already talked to these guys. This thing is set on kill mode. It's either going to go or blow.
Michael Pliska driving the G&J Diesel Dirty Max team. They've got that thing. Brad has hopped that thing up all weekend long and just keeps getting quicker and quicker as the weekend goes on.
There's Pliska doing his big famous burnout. Steve Royalty coming up on the Chargers.
One thing you notice, Randy, about Steve Royalty, that engine is actually behind him. It's not in front. It's kind of like an altered where he puts the engine in back of him. Is it going to be a little bit of an advantage in the competition?
Seems he puts good pressure on the rear tires. He 60 foots really well. But again, the MBRP Dirty Max, That thing's already been in the 7s today, so Royalty's gonna have to find a whole bunch of horsepower and cut a good light.
A titanic matchup here in the final round of Pro Stock. Warren County versus the Dirty Max.
All right, Pliska sets the first bull.
Here comes Royalty. They're both fully staged.
The Warren County Diesel went a little sideways. Michael's already out front. Got the hammer down. Folks, there's your new world champion, 798 at 151. Congratulations to Michael Pliska and Team G&J. You see the Dirty Max has a clean launch, is already out front. Congratulations one more time, Michael Pliska and Team Dirty Max.
More Diesel TV action when we return.
If high-powered diesel trucks are your passion, or you're a backyard mechanic looking for the best quality replacement parts for your diesel engine, Industrial Injection is the source you've been looking for. Our specialists are trained and certified to deliver the best quality installation in our state-of-the-art facility. At Industrial Injection, we know diesel. Want to improve fuel economy and horsepower? Industrial Injection is your source for custom nozzles, turbochargers, and fuel injectors. For more information, log on to iidiesel.com or give us a call at 800-955-0476.
Marty Thacker, Jeff Dean, the two left in the top diesel category. What's the prediction here, boys? We're going to lay it on the line. They're smack talking 6 inches apart.
Predict I'm going to tree him, leave him on the line.
Marty?
I predict he's probably true on the line, but I'm hoping the Hypermax Diesel's got the power to go right around him on the big end.
Here we go to the final round of the Liquid MPG Top Diesel category, the baddest class in the country. We got Marty Thacker in the Industrial Injection lane, and you got Jeff Dean in the MBRP lane. Both tractors with great burnouts. They've got their tractors completely tuned up, ready to go. This is the final round. Thacker, he's going to be looking for a world record here. They both pull into the pre-state beam. You can hear the engine spool up. They're both staged. Now here comes the tree. Jeff Dean with a great reaction time. Look at the tire spin from Marty Thacker. But he drives through it, goes to the finish line, takes the win, 679, and a new world record and a new world champion. Jeff Dean, he goes 782, but just didn't have enough. As Marty Thacker and the Hypermax team, they are your world champions in 2012. Look at the replay. Lots of tire shake out of Marty Thacker, but he drives through it and he takes the win.
But now it's time to get back to the Pro Street category. We skipped over that because we gave that team 10 minutes to get fired up. Philip Palmer and Team Green, being the gentlemen, said they don't want to win by default. Let's get down trackside.
We ran good, but at an expense, I think. I think we might have swolled up a couple pistons, a little too much nitrous, so.
We're gonna try to light her off?
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a diagnosis here, a definite diagnosis.
They've got 30 seconds to get that thing started or they're disqualified. Well, you're such a gentleman.
Yeah. I'm tired of being a gentleman.
You know, this is 2 world finals in a row. All right. Go for it, baby. He's coming right now.
I think it's too late, Randy. I got word. It's already raining on the starting line. This race is over.
Man, what a way to end the World Finals. I know that's not the way you want to win.
No, and I'd really set a record.
Hey Peyton, you made it to the semifinals, but you ran a 9:20. What happened?
Well, I think we might have had a little expense there. We might have hurt the motor. Probably could run again, but the rain's coming down, and you know, I think these guys have earned it today, so we'll just let them have it. I'm not going to hurt this thing anymore by running it down the track and pretending like it's going to run a good pass, so it is what it is at this point.
True sportsmanship from Team H&S, ladies and gentlemen.
Next year, they're going to meet up. They're going to finish this duel and see who the baddest is. But at the moment, Philip Palmer becomes your 2012 Pro Street World Champion for the 2nd year in a row. JJ, the Texas MotorPlex, what a place to be. But unbelievable, the carnage, the weather, national records. I mean, this entire thing was just a drama roller coaster. I didn't know to be happy, sad, or cry. Bottom line, we crowned 6 new world champions.
And 6 new national champions. This has been one of the best events that the NHRDA has put on all season, even with all the blow-up and the drama.
It sure is. So we kick it off right here. Your BD Sportsman World Champion, Verlin Southwick. Moving into the Super Diesel category, brought to you by H&S, 2012 World Champion, Dave Bulwar. And the upset of the day, the Super Street category, brought to you by Edge Products. 2-time World Champion Rob Collins got knocked out. Roger, driving all the way down from Alberta, I guarantee he's going to be grinning on that 38-hour drive home. Every time he gets tired, he's going to look at that World Championship and keep on driving home. In the Pro Street category, carnage and breakage, pistons laying on the ground. Philip Palmer wins by default. He doesn't want to do that, but I guarantee you, guys, they're one of the most winningest teams in the Pro Street category, so it was no fluke them becoming the world champion.
And in the G&J Diesel Pro Stock category, Michael Pliska and the Dirty Max team, they took home the world title, and they are going to take that home all the way back to Montana.
That is. Brad will be grinning ear to ear again also. And then, man, this just changed our sport today, guys. Top diesel category, brought to you by Liquid MPG. We broke the 6-second barrier. We broke the 200-mile-an-hour barrier. Marty Thacker just showed the whole racing world out there what diesel-powered vehicles are capable. Congratulations, Marty Thacker and Team Hypermax. So if you liked what you saw, you can find us on Facebook or go to NHRDA.com to see the latest and greatest in diesel motorsports. I'm Randy Cole.
I'm JJ.
And we're bringing you diesel motorsports like you've never seen it before.
Diesel TV and the NHRDA are brought to you in part by MBRP, Edge Products, PPE, Industrial Injection, Sinister Diesel, XDP, and BD Diesel.